Hello and welcome back to our English learning series. I am happy to see you again. On this channel, we help you practice listening and speaking English. Each video tells a short, simple story. We will speak slowly so you can understand and repeat after me. Today, we have a new story for you. Are you ready to practice? Let's begin. Every morning, Daniel walks to the small library near his house. He loves this routine because it gives him peace. The library opens at 9, and Daniel usually arrives a few minutes early. He believes that starting the day calmly shapes the rest of his mood. Daniel is a curious person. He always wants to explore new ideas, even simple ones. Last year, he worked as a shop assistant, but now he works as a library helper. He doesn't earn much money, but he feels proud of what he does. One quiet morning, something unusual happened. When Daniel opened the library door, he noticed a small notebook on the floor. It looked old and mysterious. He picked it up and looked around, but no one else was there. This is strange, he thought. Daniel believes in honesty, so he decided to keep the notebook safe until the owner returned. He placed it on the main desk and continued his work. As the day went on, Daniel read books, helped visitors, and answered questions. However, his mind kept returning to the notebook. It seemed ordinary, but something about it caught his attention. During his lunch break, Daniel took a closer look. Inside the notebook, he found short stories written in clear handwriting. The stories were about everyday life, but they carried deep meaning. Daniel felt excited. He didn't want to jump to conclusions, but he suspected the notebook belonged to someone special. In one story, the writer described how small decisions change our future. Another story talked about fear and courage. Daniel realized that these stories were not just entertainment, they were lessons. He sat quietly and thought about his own life. In the past, Daniel avoided risks. He played it safe and followed the same path every day. But now, reading these words, he felt something shift inside him. That afternoon, an elderly woman entered the library. She walked slowly and looked worried. Daniel immediately noticed her nervous expression. "Can I help you?" he asked politely. The woman hesitated for a moment and then said, "I lost a notebook this morning. It means the world to me." Daniel's face lit up. He reached for the desk and held up the notebook. "Is this yours?" he asked. The woman's eyes filled with relief. "Yes, that's it," she said. "I was afraid it was gone forever." Daniel felt happy. He knew he had done the right thing. The woman thanked him warmly and explained that she writes stories every day to keep her mind active. "I started writing after my husband passed away," she said softly. "It helps me heal." Daniel listened carefully. He didn't interrupt. Sometimes listening speaks volumes. Before leaving, the woman smiled and said, "You remind me of myself when I was young, quiet, thoughtful, and full of potential." Her words stayed with Daniel long after she left. That evening, Daniel walked home slowly. He thought about the stories, the notebook, and the woman's kindness. He realized that life often offers small moments that teach big lessons. The next morning, Daniel woke up with a new feeling. He decided to start writing his own thoughts. He didn't aim to be perfect. He just wanted to be honest. At first, it felt difficult. He made mistakes and doubted himself, but he kept going. He knew that progress takes time. Weeks later, writing became part of his daily routine. Daniel felt more confident. He noticed that he expresses his feelings better now. One day, while organizing books, Daniel found a blank notebook on the shelf. He smiled and thought, "This is my sign." He picked it up and wrote on the first page, "Every story begins with a small step." From that day on, Daniel believes in himself more. He knows that growth doesn't happen overnight, but he is finally on the right track. And sometimes, all it takes is a lost notebook to help us turn over a new leaf. Now, let's review the new words and phrases. New words. Interrupt, to stop someone while they are speaking or doing something. Passed away, a polite and gentle way to say someone has died. Explore, to learn or discover something new. Potential, ability to become better in the future. Express, to show feelings or thoughts. New phrases. Jump to conclusions. Decide too quickly without enough information. Play it safe. Avoid risks. Speaks volumes. Shows a lot without words. On the right track. Doing something correctly. Turn over a new leaf. Start fresh or change for the better. Great job listening. You learn new words. Listen again to remember more. See you next time. Please subscribe for more English lessons. Thank you.